All right, welcome everyone to a brand new episode of Geeks and Flicks Live. If you see me, I'm by myself today. Well, Nate is working today at Peacock because of the NFL Sunday night games and stuff, but not tonight. Tonight I have a great guest. I have Tony from Basement Blues on YouTube and Instagram, and then of course I have my co-host, which is Joe Jokers _movies. We have Scott is going to be filling in for Nate. But today we have a great show. Today, like I said, we're going to be talking about the entire Alien franchise. We're going to go from Alien versus Predator. And I know it's not canon, people. But you know what? It has aliens and the Predator. So we had to throw that up in there. So we're going to be doing Alien versus Predator. Then we're going to do Alien Predator Requiem. We're going to talk about those movies. Then we're going to talk about Romulus because it's the brand new one. Why not throw that in a franchise ranking in there? Then, of course, Prometheus and then Covenant. And then, of course, all the other 4 movies that they came with Sigourney Weaver. So, with that said, I'm going to bring in my co-host for today. And, of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, do the jazz that you always do when you're watching other people live. So, with that said, let's have fun. Let's bring in our co-host for today. I hit the button. Here we go. Scott, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So, you're filling in for Nate, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You are Nate's filler for tonight. All right?
I'm nervous as hell.
But let everyone know where they could. No, it's all right. You're going to be fine. You're with me. I'll guide you through. I'll hold your hand. But let everyone know where they can find you and all that stuff.
So I am just on Instagram. As you can see at the bottom, it says none for YouTube. Jokers _movies. You can find me on there and see what I collect and see what I think about some movies.
All right. So with that said, I'm going to bring in our special guest. And again, you guys, put all your stuff down there. Don't put your rankings yet because I'm not reading that stuff until we get to the ranking section of the show. But each movie that we discuss, you guys can put whatever movie we discuss. I will read it out loud and then keep the flow moving, the conversation going. So with that said, I am going to bring in our special guest for the show, which is Basement Blues, Tony. There he is.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
All
Glad to be here.
All right, cool. Let everyone know where they can find you.
Yep. So you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, all under Basement Blues, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all those places. And I do a video every day on my YouTube channel, and I try to post every day on Instagram. So you can always find me there.
All right. Wow, that's a lot. I couldn't fill it up then in your little bracket. You have a lot of stuff. Yeah. Basement Blues across the entire social media network. Okay. So with that said, like I said, guys, we're going to go right into the show because we have a lot to cover. And of course, just drop your stuff. Like I said, drop your hate, which you love. If you hate the movie, drop whatever you like. Like I said, I'll read everything. But not the profanity. Let's just cut the profanity a bit. You don't have to go crazy. Cons. Yeah, just do the cons if you want to do cons. But with that said, let's bring up the information box here because we're going to go right into this stuff, okay? So we're going to start it first off with the box office numbers. And we're going to kick it all off first with in totals, all right? Romulus, because Romulus is new, is still making more. It's up to like 300 plus. So at the time of me doing these graphics, it was at 288. But let's talk about it first. Prometheus is the highest grossing of the entire franchise with $406 million worldwide. Then comes Romulus at 300 plus. I don't know where it's going to end. But then comes Covenant at 240. Alien versus Predator at 177 million. Alien Resurrection at 161. Alien 3. Then Aliens. Alien vs. Predator, Requiem, and then last but not least is the most masterpiece movie of the entire franchise at 108. But remember, people, this thing came out in the 70s, so the money wasn't where it is. So, again, Tony, you could take place here. What do you think of these numbers?
They make sense. I'm kind of surprised about Prometheus being way up there like it is. I think maybe that's because it was something new in the Alien franchise.
Yeah.
But yeah, very surprising.
Okay. All right. Scott, what do you got? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with Tony on this one. I'm surprised that Romulus isn't up there. I mean, but I'm also surprised. Well, not that much at Prometheus because how much of a gap was there between the last it was Requiem, so there was like a good 5-7 year gap between the Alien movies before we got anything else. So it doesn't really surprise me that Prometheus, everybody rushed out to go see that one. So
yeah, I mean, I agree with Tony here. I mean, Prometheus is the newest one it was a big gap between Resurrection. So when people saw those trailers, they were like, oh my God, a new Alien movie. And then we'll talk about what happens when we reviewed it. But let's go into each one, and then we could talk about the films themselves, okay? So with that, let's start it all off. We're going to go with the timeline here. And again, these two movies are not canon to a lot of people. To me, I started off because these movies are from if you look at the timeline, would be 2004 and present ahead of the timeline of the aliens. So we're going to kick it off with the Alien versus Predator movie, okay? So this is where you see these numbers coming from. The budget was $60 million for this film. So again, I'm going to be adding the budgets throughout all of the movies so you guys can see if it made more or lost. This movie was $60 million to make. Worldwide was $166. So again, it was a successful movie. That's why it had a sequel. But with that, Tony, was this the first time you watching Alien versus Predator, or did you ever watch it before?
Yeah, today was the very first time. I had really never had any interest in watching this film. I was kind of curious about it though. So I'm thankful for this live stream, because if it wasn't for this live stream, it would just still be sitting on my shelf.
Okay. All right. Scott, first time for you also watching this movie?
No, I saw it on DVD when it first came out, in 2004, but I haven't seen it since then. So technically, first time watch.
Oh, okay. Well, I've seen this multiple times. So I saw the unrated cut of this movie. I saw it in the theater when it wasn't the rated cut. It was the theatrical cut. And that was not a good movie. I came out of the theater like, what is this? Like, the movie's kind of weird if you watch it, right? The first half of the movie is really good. It's scientific, right? Very sci-fi. You're like, wow, Wayland's in this. You get to see Bishop as a human, right? So you're like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. Then it just became I don't know what happened. Predators are hanging out with the humans, and they're fighting forces against the aliens. And I was, this is bad.
Crazy.
It's an interesting start story to the whole thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. And then especially when they did that, like that was it like, I call it the Alien versus Predator ride, when they jump on and then it catapults out of the
yeah.
Yeah, it's a very bad look to the franchise. I have to be honest with you. I wasn't too thrilled when I saw that outcome. I was like, ugh, this is not good. But so we're across the board. So do you say nay, yes to the sequel? I mean, to this Alien versus Predator, Tony, or you say nah, this is not good? Watchable crap. What do you think? Where would you?
Yeah, not good. Not good at all.
Okay, all right, Tony, Scott.
Actually, this falls under watchable crap for me. It's not good, but I do like the scenes where the girl and the Predator, they team up to start fighting the Queen and the other aliens. I thought that was fun, but other than that, everything leading up to that's really boring. So it wasn't great, but I can throw it on in the background when I'm folding laundry or something.
What I didn't like about it though is the fact that this Predator was working with a woman as far as a human.
Yeah.
It just seemed out of character to me. I just couldn't figure out where this bond was and why they thought that they could just team up. Why didn't he just kill her?
Well, so the way I perceived it watching it was the fact that she defended herself against the alien, and he was like, oh, she's a warrior. Because remember, she picked up the Predator stick and then it stabbed through. So he looked at her like, oh, okay, so you could defend yourself, if I give you weapons. So that he made the shield and, but it just got comical because he's just like, what is that? And then he puts the blood. And then the other one, the worst one out of all of them was the stupid bomb when he goes, boom. I was like, come on. I was like, this is so bad. So, yeah, I can see what you mean, though. It doesn't make sense, because then if that was the case, then Dutch should have been hanging out with the Predator, because Arnold and the Predator running wild through the woods, that would have been a good movie. But I totally agree with you. All right, guys, let me know in your comments down below your thoughts on Alien versus Predator. Did you like it? Did you hate it? I'm going to start reading off some stuff. Evan said, Alien versus Predator. I saw it in the theaters. I enjoyed it. Okay. There you go. Ralph, Horror and Coffee. Hey, what's up, Ralph? He says, I'm not too keen on Alien versus Predator. Nate goes, Predator did sign language like Amy from Congo. Yeah, I mean, look, I agree on that one. And then, of course, Jimmy, Lobby that says, look, I love Alien versus Predator. So you got the camp of they love it, then you got the camp of watchable crap, and then you got the camp of, man, this is a piece of crap. So Again,
Mhm.
wherever you land on is your preference. Like I said, it's watchable crap for me. I enjoy the unrated cut. You see more blood, and the story's a little bit more flushed out than the theatrical cut. So I enjoy that one. All right, next on the list, they decided to go, hey, this one was successful. Let's make a sequel. And they did. This one cost $40 million, $20 million less than the first one. And boy, did this show when you watch this movie. This movie made $130 million. Of course, it was another successful Alien versus Predator movie. And we could go on from here. Tony, what did you think of this sequel to Alien versus Predator?
I like the fact that it was a continuation from right off the first one, and then it kind of just changed the tone to where they tried to make this more of a slasher film, more of a horror type Predator going after people film. A lot of characters to keep up with. It was kind of difficult at times to follow, but it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. To me, I think I enjoyed this one just a bit more than the last one, just because there was more of a story that it was telling.
Okay. All right. Cool. What you got, Scott? Enjoyed or you hated it?
So I do agree with Tony on the first part where I liked where it picked up exactly from, I mean, they're literally flying away. The alien comes out and the ship just turns back around and crashes right down there.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't like this movie at all. I didn't like because you feel the time period on it. It just 2007 is stamped right there on it, and you can feel it because it's all about, you get the story that nobody cares about the nerdy guy that works at the pizza shop. He's in love with the girl, and I was like, is this Friday the 13th, or are we watching an alien movie? What's going on here?
Yeah.
So I just didn't care for it at all. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just, so again, this movie also comes with a unrated version, which shows more blood and more of this stuff. Again, it's the better version of the two, but the movie is still a crap. It is the worst one out of the two. I'll be honest with you on that one. I did not like the story. The story was so, in the words of Nate, in his presence, convoluted. It is so much storylines everywhere. I do agree with you guys. I love the fact that it does continue. You have the alien on the thing, and it busts out, and I was like, whoa. Then it became an alien predator hybrid, and I was like, oh, God. Oh, they're fine. It is what it is. And I was like, it could work if they do it right, and they did not do it. To me, it looked cool in terms of an effect. I was like, wow. But there were cool moments. I'm not going to say this movie is the best movie ever, but one thing I will say is I love Predator. Like, my wife knows it. Out of the two franchises, I love Predator. The character, like, I have a statue of him in my office, and I want to get a big freaking half bust of my man Predator with the damn laser thing in his freaking shoulder. I love the design of him, but we still haven't got a proper movie besides Prey and Predator 1, and Predator 2, because I like Predator 2. I think it's a good movie. But anyway, that's another side story. But I feel like the scene in the sewer, amazing. When he put all the gadgets up and he had to contain them, and he was just blasting them, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. Other than that, man, I couldn't. I'll say no. Aliens do not work well in a city environment. It just does not work. Predator could, because it worked for Predator 2, because it could go invisible. So he's like, all right, cool. Alien, oh no. It just does not. Ugh. Me and Nate talked about it. He hates this movie. And it was too dark. Most of the time, they look sweaty. So what the hell is wrong with this? My picture on my OLED. But guys, let me know in your comments below on your Requiem. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Just let me know. We'll talk about it. But yeah, let's see. Evan says, but I put these movies more in the Predator franchise than Aliens. Okay, cool. Jimmy says this guy Lowry doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh my god. They're talking about each other. Oh my god. Anyway, I guess they don't want to talk about Requiem, and I don't mind them. But Tony, what do you think? Watchable crap? Never seen this crap again. Or are you gonna burn your copy? How many copies you got on this one?
I won't burn. I've only got the one copy of each.
Okay.
But,
okay.
I won't burn it, but I won't be watching it anytime soon. And I do have the same feeling. I think that this is more of a Predator film. Both of these were. The alien part of it seemed out of place.
Yeah.
But it was still good to see the mashup of both Alien and Predators.
All right. What you got, Scott?
Yeah, I'm not going to turn on Disney Plus and watch this again. I'm done.
Yeah, I didn't like this one. I don't watch this one as much. But I agree. I do. I mean, it is a Predator at the end of the movie. It is, and I like it. Lobby Death says Alien Predator 2 is good. Hot take. I mean, it's not a hot take. Some people do enjoy this one. Hot take, Tony's not here, and whenever he decides to come in, he likes this one. He prefers this one over the first one. And I was like, you know what? If you like that, that's pretty cool. And at the end of the day, but I remember there was a comic that came out a long time ago. I don't know which one it was, but it was the Predator coming back to get his gadgets. And if you notice how that movie ended, they had his weapons. Remember, they had it in a case, and then it was like, so I was like, wow, are they going to take that and then adapt it to an Alien Predator type movie? But I was like, I hope not. Let's get a brand new take.
Who was that lady that they were like, this technology's not for this world?
I was thinking, can she be Wayland? The one of the Wayland, Yutani Corp people.
Yeah, because we've seen Wayland. He's a white dude, so is she Yutani?
Could be.
I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I hope not, but I guess. But anyway, we keep going down the line. So those are the two movies that you see back to back. Because again, it goes to the present. The next one, top of the list, people, is Prometheus. All right, Ridley Scott. Did I hit the wrong button? I think I did. Oops. The Ridley Scott one. Oops. I think I did a bad.
Budget of $130. Woo.
Yeah. So the budget was $130 million on this one. It grossed 406. Of course, warranted another sequel. But with that said, Tony, what did you think? This is the first time you're watching Prometheus?
It was. I was really expecting it to be bad, just based off of what I've heard from people. But it really wasn't bad at all. It was different. To me, I liked the space element of it all. You know, the men in space. It was different. I liked it. It was kind of slow, a little bit boring at parts. But overall, the whole story to me, I thought was pretty good.
Okay. All right. Scott, what you got?
I agree with Tony on this one. I was intrigued by the story. I liked it. I was wondering, the only thing was I was sitting there wondering, I was like, okay, what does the xenomorph have to do with any of this? But you don't see that till the end. Yep. And then you're like, oh, starfish plus whatever those weird guys were equals xenomorph. And I was like, cool, okay. But I was intrigued by it. I liked the people in it, as Nate says, you know, the not Tom Hardy guy is in there. He's the one that gets possessed first by that. No. It's he's the guy who gets the
Elizabeth Shaw. Yeah.
Whatever that stuff is in him, and then he starts going crazy, and Idris Elba's like, we gotta contain this guy, and he's like,
the black goo.
Drop the black goo in the cup. He gets that in, and he turns into this monster zombie thing and starts attacking everyone. But yeah, I liked it. I was intrigued by it. It was fresh and new, so I liked it.
Yeah, so when it comes to Prometheus, right, I was torn because when I first saw this in the theater, I was like, man, this movie's stupid. Like, it has nothing to do with aliens. But then I rewatched it again. Me and my wife sat down, and she likes this more. She's into, like, the whole physiology, all that crap.
The lore?
So, the lore. She loves the mythology and the lore of all this stuff. So I was like, all right, let me sit back here and see if I can see it through her lenses. I got to say, I kind of do enjoy the whole, you know, life started with these engineers and everything. Like, I like that whole stuff. But man, it was sometimes I was like, this thing a little bit boring. I was like, I hope it's not me, but this dude's talking too much crap. And then, but there was certain cons in the movie that I just like. She gave herself a whole like the whole She opened herself up and took out the alien with the machine, and I was like, come on, bro. Like this is so much too much. Like there's so much stuff that I just started to go, ugh. Like even the people running away from the ship falling. Why are you running straight? Run the other way. Like, you're going to get smashed. Like, it was just so dumb. Like, there's some things with the humans in this one. I was just like, But at overall picture, I did enjoy it for the mythology, them pushing out, like, a little origin stuff. And then the David is, like, the architect, supposedly, of the xenomorphs and everything. So I was like, okay. I was like, it is what it is. Some people liked it, okay? Some people hate it. Some people thought it was boring. So... it is what it is. So here, I'm going to read some stuff here. We got Willie's Movies and Music. How you doing, sir? He says, I actually like Prometheus. All right. Nate says, I thoroughly enjoyed Prometheus. Not as much as my boy Rev, but I liked it a lot. Now, Rev 4K, my man loves it. We keep fighting with each other on the Patreon chat, me and him. But yeah, he enjoys it a lot. And that was pretty cool. Evan says, I love Prometheus. Great cast and love this story. All right. Hard Coffee Rouse says, I love Prometheus. Cinematography was super B. Yes, it looked amazing, the camera work. And then Jay Manley says, I never got into the franchise, so I have no say or input. Good. But hit that like button if you enjoy what you watch. And of course, Rob makes the cut, says he enjoyed Prometheus. So, Tony, what would you say? Would you rewatch this again? And how many copies? I'm going to ask you because you have a lot of movies behind you. Do you have multiple copies of this one or no?
For Prometheus, I do have, I think I got 3 copies, I believe. I think they did a 3D version.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, I've got a steelbook. Actually, it's not a steelbook, it's a metal pack from Target.
Okay.
Then I got the regular release.
All
I
right.
never did get the 4K release for it, though. That 4K release is hard to get.
Oh, that's OP.
So I will say this. I cheated. Okay. So at the time when the movie came out, I was like, I don't want this damn piece of shit. Because I came out of the theater going, I didn't like it. So I didn't buy the 4K. It is like out of print. So what I did was UK Al went to the UK and I brought the Prometheus and I got it for cheap. And that's how I watch it. Like, I mean, I don't fight with the UK. They help me out
No.
and I give them money. So I got a UK version of Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Because I knew for some reason the United States, for some damn reason, they don't have the 4K regulars. It was weird. But Tony, would you watch this
I wore my
again?
Disney shirt today.
Oh, there you go. Would you watch this movie again? Would you recommend it to people? What do you think about Prometheus?
Yeah, I would definitely watch this one again. It will take some time to watch it again, but I did like it, and I would definitely recommend people check it out. It's a little bit of a different alien film, and so to me, I think it's worth diving into.
So there you have it. See, Tony is the proof. Do not listen to other people when they say the movie's crap. Just watch it for yourself, and you might enjoy it. So with that, Scott, what did you think of Prometheus? Is it something you watch again, or you will skip it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. I'm gonna take out a third mortgage and buy a 4K. I'm just kidding. No, I'll probably UK import it or something. But yeah, I'll definitely watch it again. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, with that said, let's get to the sequel. Wrigley Scott said, "You guys love this one. Get ready for the sequel, people." Well, they went cheaper budget on a $97 million budget, and it made $240. They didn't even crack the 400 and above. So, with that said, this is gonna get interesting with this movie. Very interesting because me and Rev, we went at it really hardcore on the thing on this movie. So, with that, Tony, you could take it over with sorry, let me just bring up the graphic here so you could see. But go ahead, you could talk about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So to me, I watched these movies back to back. So I went in from Prometheus to Alien Covenant. It started out okay. It felt like a very good continuation, the ship landing. But then it got really boring to me. I kind of got tired after the first act. It just kind of went stale for a while, and then it picked up toward the end. I didn't like the 2 characters played by Michael Fassbender. So that's his name, right?
Yeah. David and
to me, it was hard to me in my mind. I'm trying to figure out, okay, what is this? I couldn't understand it all, so I was kind of confused. Mm-hmm. And I think after that confusion, it just kind of went downhill for me.
It's not bad. It's okay. It's all right with that. Scott, what you got? What you got with the Alien Covenant?
I'm with Tony on this one. I was super confused in the middle of this thing. I was looking around like, what is going on when they went inside there? And then he's like, oh, I'm what is it? It's Walter, and then David. He's like, I'm David. I've been here for 10 years since the crashing of the Prometheus, and blah blah blah. And then I just kind of nodded off through. I didn't fall asleep, but I kind of checked out. And then it picks back up towards the end when they're trying to get rid of the alien on the ship, and you got Danny McBride and all that trying to fight him and everything. And then you find out that David, it wasn't Walter's dead. David's the one that's on there. That was all a good ending, but it's kind of long and drags out in the middle a little bit, so it was kind of boring, but still pretty okay, I guess.
Yeah, I hate this movie. It's not even. It's not a good movie. I totally hate it. But I can say this in terms of the confusion. The problem is that with synthetics, they try to keep it the same because they're trying to find. Like, I hate that's the lazy writing, right? Because they were like, okay, how can we get David onto another ship? Is to bring another synthetic that looks like David so you could kill it and then he becomes it. So that the minute I saw Walter, I was like, this, we already know what's gonna happen towards somewhere in the movie. He's switching bodies. My only problem with this, the humans are more stupider than the Prometheus, and these are supposed to be colonists, right? They're supposed to.
Yeah.
They have a woman shooting a shotgun in a ship. It makes no sense to me, and she blew it up and she killed herself. So I was like, oh, there you go, one dumbass is dead. Then you have another one that's supposed to lead these people. And David goes, oh, you want to see what I'm working on? Okay, come with me. Look into the egg. There's a surprise. And he gets hit with the face hugger. And I was like, these dudes are dumber. And then there's just chaos. It's just too much dumbness. And that's one thing I hate about these movies is like how stupid are the humans to fall into these traps. Because I wouldn't follow an android into a dark cave. And if I see all those eggs, I'm shooting the shit out of all those things. I'm not looking into those things at all. So it's just a lot of bad... I don't know. To me, it's just the direction. I didn't like the way it go. And I kind of understood that they were trying to elevate David to be the, like I said, the architect of the Queen from Aliens and all the black. I get it. But the problem is that there's a story that you have to tell. And that's the third movie that's never going to happen. Because we really don't know how has he come up with all this stuff. He has now close to, I think, 60 or 80 bodies that he's now going to do tests on. It just felt weird. I don't know. I didn't like it at all. I really hated it. I wanted to shut it off like 40 minutes into the movie. I was just like, this is so dumb. But I wanted to continue watching to see. But yeah, it didn't work. I mean, he was in love with Elizabeth Shaw, or he cared for her a lot, but then turned her into a test subject at the end of everything. So it's just, I don't know. It didn't work for me at the end of everything. But with that said, Nate says you could tell the studio told Ridley Scott to add more Alien because of the feedback from Prometheus. I totally agree with Nate on that one. It does felt forced on that one. Evan said, I am torn on this sequel. We end them going to find the engineers, but we get this story that doesn't make that much sense. Felt that Scott and Fox pandered to the fans. It could it could happen, because I remember Prometheus came out and people were like, where the hell were the aliens? And I mean, at the end of the day, we'll talk about the future of the franchise, where it's going to grow. But yeah, so Tony, question to you. Do you have multiple copies of this film?
I've got a digibook, I've got a steelbook, and that's it.
All right. So what do you think? You're going to watch this again or never put the damn thing back on your 4K?
This one, I would probably watch it again, but it'll be a while before I do that.
Okay. All right, Scott, what you got? Disney Plus, I assume.
I got the Blu-ray and not anthology, the one that comes with all of them except for, the latest one.
Got you. The big pack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the big 6-pack or whatever. I would watch it again as like a whole franchise watch through, but I'm not gonna sit there and be like, yeah, let's watch Alien Covenant by itself. That's great.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So. All right. I'm never watching this one again. I don't know if I ever do a watch through. I'm skipping the Prometheuses and this one. But I mean, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this one. Robert says Covenant. The story was off. The pacing. It picked up towards the end, but it was so-so. So that's what he thought about it. So all right. So next on the list, of course, is going to be the 2024. Alien Romulus. Now, this movie was budgeted at $80 million, and my man made 300 plus. So I could pull up the numbers if you guys want, the actual numbers, so you guys could see the numbers for yourself. But Tony, take it away. What was your first time reaction? Because this is all new to everybody. What did you think of watching this film in the theater?
This was actually the very first Alien movie I saw in the theater. I never saw any of the other Alien films in the theater. So to me, I think that made a big impression on me. I really loved the big screen. I saw it in IMAX. I loved it. I thought I didn't really know what to expect. I hadn't read up anything about it. I didn't know where it played throughout the timeline until after I saw the film. So it started off a little weary as far as my expectations. But as it got moving, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good addition to the franchise, and it was way up there for me. I really enjoyed it.
All right. Hey, that's awesome. To let everyone know, is at $314 million as we speak. That's how much it made in the box office. So with that said, Scott, first time watch, it was today, I believe you went to the theater?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Yeah,
What you got?
yesterday. So I liked it. I put it up there. I think it's a great addition to the franchise, considering some of the other additions of the franchise. But I liked it. I thought it brought something new to the franchise that you hadn't seen before. You got some new ideas, some things that are new concepts that we haven't seen before. Really good jump scares too. Those were some pretty good ones. But overall, is a great addition to the franchise, and I can't wait to get the 4K for it.
Yeah, I was shocked. I went to see it with Horror and Coffee Ralph. We always see like horror movies together now, so we went to see it. He's a big Alien fan, the other friends. So we went to see it. I'm a so-so person because I lean more towards the action of the Alien. So I love Aliens more than Alien. But I respect Alien for what it did in the film industry. I love the whole what it did. But I'm more of the action-oriented person. So sitting here watching this movie, I was like, oh man, this is 1979 rehash. Like I felt like that's what I felt like watching it. But at the end of the day, it was a great movie told by a great director that loved the franchise. And you could see it in his filmmaking that he enjoyed it. He took Aliens and Alien and mashed them together, and this is what you got, Romulus. And I'm happy for that. Just like Prey. I like Prey for what it was. He loves Predator. He did what he did with it, and Prey is, everyone loves Prey. And now they're doing Badlands. So now you have another Predator movie coming out. And now, what's his name? Fidel Alvarez says he has a story for another Alien movie. So now you have two directors that enjoy doing the projects. And I hope Disney doesn't fuck this up. But give the man he made your money. So give him the project. But I enjoyed Romulus, and I am going to get this on 4K because I did enjoy it. So in the chat here, Nate says, look, this movie was about 15 times better than what I thought it would be. Loved it. Ralph said Alex, Vic, myself, and Alex's wife saw Romulus, and we all loved it. Yep, it was great. Robert makes the cut, says Romulus, I loved it. The practical effects were awesome. Don't kill the Asian girl next time, which is true. They did kill the Asian girl. So I don't want to talk. One thing I didn't like was the robot. I didn't like the whole thing with the robot, and that just irked me because because I'm a parent with special needs, so I didn't like the way he was acting on screen. So it always bothers me when characters do that, and I was like, he's a fucking robot, so like, why is he doing that? Like, it just irked me. But anyway, but other than that, I loved everything about it. But that just nicked me a bit. But Tony, what do you think? So I mean, we all loved it. So you're gonna watch it again. But when you get it in 4K, are you planning on getting? I know you're going to get a lot of copies because I know you're big on collecting each company's version of the films. Is there one specific company you enjoy collecting the most of a film that you think Alien Romulus will do, will get a good treatment to collectors?
To be honest with you, I haven't really thought about that part of it. I'm hoping they do something really nice with it. There'll be a still book. But to me, I think it'd be a missed opportunity if they didn't, because it did so well. And I think the way that they did this film, it was to reach a younger audience because, people that are my age who watched the 79 Alien, these people are 50, they're in their 50s like I am. And so they needed to reach a younger audience. And I think that they should really cater to that and release all kinds of different things for the collectors.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they should take this opportunity and cash in because this is the time to do it. I mean, a lot of people are eating it up now, and it looks like, to me, I don't have the numbers, but a lot of people revisited the older movies because of this movie. They went to see the Sigourney Weaver versions, the Prometheuses, and and all that. So, Scott, question to you: is this a movie you will get more copies of? Did you like it that much that you get different styles of it, or is it one and done? You're good with one copy.
It'll probably be a one and done, maybe a steelbook, maybe the regular 4K. Just because there's only a certain amount of movies that I have multiple copies of, but it'll definitely be at least one good 4K edition to the collection for the franchise.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get. It depends on the. I'm a person that like. It depends on the look. Like I am gonna get the 4K. Scott knows if it has like a cool face hugger from like Japan. I'm going to Japan and I'm ordering the face hugger. I'll do everything I
copies
can.
of John Wick.
Yeah, I have like close to that. Yeah, pretty much. I have so many. I got the Italian version, the freaking Korean, the Cantonese. I have so many of the damn John Wicks. But in terms of Aliens, I'm not big on the franchise as much. But I think this movie, the more people support it, the more they would try to put it out. And I think I will support it and get most because I did enjoy it for what it was. That ending sequence with that machine gun was like really top notch, and you knew he was doing his good work. Did you guys see the popcorn bucket for AMC for it? You have it, Tony?
I did not.
I've got the Cinemark one coming. Someone shipped it to me.
Okay.
I didn't never see any merchandise for this one. Everything was sold out by the time I saw it.
All right, hold on. It's a good time since we're in Romulus. Let me show you my bucket. Let me get my buckets up in here.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is the popcorn bucket for AMC.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a really cool popcorn bucket. Me and Ralph was laughing because this shit was freaking me out we were watching the movie because it's fucking dark and I'm like, what the hell? The scene with all of them coming out, I was like, yo, this is crazy. But this thing works. You know, the hand moves.
What?
You can move the hand. You can take it off, so you can pop it off if you want. Since we went to the event, the fan event on Thursday, we got ourselves the patches. It came with a patch, the Wayland patch. Yeah, you got the Adobe. Okay, see, we're brothers in Alien.
Damn.
Romulus. Yeah, so the AMC gave away Wayland Corp patches. So that's what you get in this nice little bucket here. But the one that's really sought after, for those of you out there that collect buckets, are the containment units from Regal. Yeah, those are the big popular ones that everyone.
I've got that one coming. I've got that one coming, and I've got the alien head, the xenomorph head.
Oh yeah.
So these are exclusive through the theaters?
They're exclusive, but people are, they buy them and then they resell them on the thing. So I mean, they're going for pretty penny.
Had anything for it.
One thing I did want to mention though, while we're still on Romulus, it would be, to me, I think it would be the best thing in the world if they would release a box set, a 4K box set. That way, those that missed out on Prometheus and Covenant, we could just have a whole box set of all these films on 4K. That would make me happy. I'd be happy with that.
I think they will do that.
Oh yeah, amen.
I think they would do. I think that might be on the list. I can't see why not. Now, as of right now, those containment units are going for $130.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I'm not paying that shit. Like, you can keep it. I'm good. Like, I have my bucket. I'm good with that. But how much did you pay for that? If I ask you, your containment unit.
For me?
Yeah.
I ordered it directly from the Regal website, so I think.
Oh, gotcha.
It was probably $40-something.
Oh,
dang.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
So
and then the xenomorph head, I've got someone sending that to me from Ohio, so I just had to pay for the popcorn bucket and the shipping, and then they got to eat the popcorn for free.
Oh, okay. Hey, there you have it. I mean, as of right now, I'm on the Regal site. You could pre-order all the Beetlejuice stuff. So if you guys sold out on Beetlejuice in your theater, you guys could actually pick it up right now and pre-order it from their store. Popcorn buckets. I'm gonna check to see if they have the Alien one is sold out, so you can't get it. So you're gonna have to pay $130 for it. So anyway, with that said, how you doing, Mika? Let's keep going on. So the next one on the list is, of course, the 1979 masterpiece to everybody is Alien. All right, so this was budgeted at $11 million, and of course worldwide at $108 million, which is pretty high. And if you do inflation, this sucker is a lot of money, and I'm not doing inflation, so we all know it's a lot of money if you do it that way. So Tony, you could take it over from here. Go ahead on your rewatch. What did you think of this film?
So I first watched this film when I was 10 years old. I remember it coming on cable. It was in 1979, and I remember when it came out, it was a big deal. The most shocking part, of course, was the alien coming out of the chest. We had never seen that before in a movie. especially as a 10-year-old kid. It was pretty creepy. This film was really slow. It was story building. It was, you're learning these characters. It was slow up until that point, but when that creature came out of that chest cavity, it was dead on right then. Really good film, one of our favorites.
All right. What you got, Scott?
So I saw this movie, I think, as a kid. I don't know if I paid attention to all of it. I was like, this is really slow and boring. I didn't like it. And then I saw it when I got older and I started appreciating more movies and paying attention to stuff. And I was like, damn, this is a masterpiece. I love it from beginning to end. It's a slow burn. It's new, it's fresh. It's an OG in cinema history. And it has, like, every time I watch it, I love the sort of the eerie setting of being in space like that, and just like, the slow terror that kind of gets to you when you watch the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love Alien. The original is masterpiece.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
please don't get hate on this. I enjoyed it for what it was, but to me, it's a boring movie. When I watched it even now with my wife, I was like, this is pretty good. Watching it with all the other movies in a sequence, I was like, this is pretty good. But for me, I don't gravitate to this one. And I haven't seen this one in God knows when. I see more the sequel than this one. And I still have the same thing. Like, I'm just there, just like, okay. Just like, I'm just like boring most of the time. But again, I guess you have to have acquired taste for this type of film. Like, I enjoy Romulus for what it is, because to me it feels like this one, but it had other elements with newer filmmaking that they added it. So I enjoyed Romulus. This one is just, I just felt like it was just didn't work for me as much. But I do agree it is a masterpiece in terms of cinema. I give it respect for what it is. But with that says, let's read what people say, because I already know I'm going to get some hate from here. All right, so Mika says, look, I have lost count. How many times we watch Alien and Aliens? We both a couple of times a year. So they watch both a couple of year. Jimmy says, Sigourney Weaver's panty scenes was a big deal for 8-year-old me. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it. They didn't give her a right size of panties, because I didn't understand. I keep watching like, this is creepy in 4K. Looked weird.
Like, this poor woman needs clothing.
Yeah, she does. And they're hyper sleeping. So, like, why do they need to sleep? And they can't wear shorts when they go into the hyper sleep? Like, it has to be underwear? All right, whatever. Mika says, yes, definitely number one. The tension building is top tier. Ripley is queen. And, of course, Jay says, look, no, in space, no one can hear you scream. Cool tagline. And, of course, Nate says, this is why I hate Alex. He says silly things sometimes. That's why you're at work and I'm doing the live stream. So take that. Cracker Jack. So, with that said, Tony, how many copies of this you have in your collection? And how many times a year do you watch this movie?
So I want to say I got 7 copies of Alien.
Okay.
And I do watch it at least once a year. It is, like I said, I was born in late 60s. So growing up in the 70s, this right here was the big deal. This and Superman. To me, I think the slow buildup of this film is what really drives it. It's not an action-packed film.
Yeah.
And to me, I think it's more of a horror type film. And that's what I love about it.
All right, Scott, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely rewatch this one. I wouldn't say once a year, but every couple of years, especially with all other films I like, I keep them fresh. So every couple of years, I'm like, yeah, let's do an Alien watch or an Aliens watch or a franchise watch, So.
Yeah. I mean, for myself, I have the DVD and the Blu-ray and the 4K. Because they did the 4K. That's the new one. I think it's a great transfer. That 35 anniversary one. I think
I got the 4K, and then I have a Blu-ray copy from that 6-pack of the movies.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic transfer. Of the first one. Yeah, we do the watch through of the 1 and 2. I enjoyed it. For like I said, but to me it's still a slow burn. Like, I can sit through it and watch it. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm just there going, please end already. Get to the good one. But anyway, with that said, keep your comments pumping. I'll read them out loud. But with that said, talk about the masterpiece of the franchise. James Cameron's version of Aliens. He said, Wrigley, take a step back. I'm gonna show you what Big Papa could do with these aliens. So this movie, they said, you know what, James? We're going to give you an extra $7 million to the $18.5 million budget. It grossed 131 at the time at 1986. I believe this film came out or something like that. Tony, what did you think of the sequels of Aliens?
So Aliens was one of the best sequels. It changed the tone of the movie. It changed the tone of the franchise dramatically into a science fiction type story. It had the lead character being a woman fighting all of this. You know, she was in charge. We got to see all these aliens. It was good. It was great. I think what James Cameron did with this was amazing, and it's one of my top favorites of all time.
Ooh, like that sound. All right, Scott, what you got? What did you think of Aliens when you first?
Game over, man.
Did you guys see the 1991 special edition version when you guys did this, or you guys saw the theatrical version?
Special edition.
Special edition.
Special edition. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, Scott, what you got?
So I've seen Alien a bunch of times over the years. But as far as Aliens, like I said, like doing this live stream, I actually sat down and I saw the 4K when it came out. So I waited a bunch until that 4K came out to finally watch Aliens fully. So yeah, this is, and I saw the hype. This is a great action movie. You can feel the Cameron-ness all over it.
Yeah.
And one cool fact about it, though, is Bill Paxton. I think he's the only actor that's been killed by the Alien, the Predator, and the Terminator.
Yes, the only. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I love it. It's a great sequel.
And then Wayland's behind him, the guy who plays Bishop, Lance Henriksen or whatever, because he did Predator.
Yeah, because he got killed.
Yeah,
he got killed in the first Terminator movie as the cop in the police station.
Oh, he did all three then. Because he got killed by the Predator, and then he got
killed by the Alien, and then he got killed in AVP by the Predator, I think.
Yeah. He was like, "Don't turn your back on me, you son of a bitch." Oh man, look, Aliens. Yeah, I always watch the special edition version. Aliens is just a great movie. I love it, and you know what's crazy? James Cameron added elements of the first Alien in this movie, like that tension building when you hear the ping on the damn machine, and they're like, "Where's it coming from?" He's like, "It's 5 meters, man, it's right out the door." And he's like, "There's no way they could get in here." And then when he picks up the air duct and he looks, and you see all of them crawling, and they just shooting in chaos, and I was like, "This movie's amazing." As a kid, I freaked out in that scene. I always call it goosebumps and freaked out because it's just a great buildup. Because they, they fortified themselves. They're like, "Damn, how are they getting in here? There's something in the plans." And you're like, "Whoa!" But that scene was good. The face hugger with Newt was a great scene. It's just and then the Marines just added another seasoning to the aliens. Like, what would happen if they go and do it? I thought it was great. And the way they treated Ripley was just crazy. Like, yeah, you blew up a $40 million spaceship. Like, I'm telling you, there was aliens there, but they're like, "I don't care. You blew up something that was way valuable." And I was just like, "Oh my God, these dudes gotta get punched in the face." But I at the end of the day, it's a great sequel to a franchise, and it's hard to make a sequel after a success of a big first one. So I thought they did a good job there. All right, so let's read it across the board here. So we have Robert Makes the Cut says Aliens ranked number 2 for me. Stay frosty. And then of course you got Mika says Aliens is the superior sequel. It's hard to make a good sequel. Great follow-up. Love Ripley's arc. Nate says Aliens is easily one of the best sequels of any franchise. John Doe Gigolo says, "Good evening, everyone." Good evening. Mika says, "Great female characters. Ripley, Newt, and Vasquez. All badass." Vasquez is so over the top, though. Oh, man. She's I love her, but she's so over the top. She's so great. Let's see what we got here. And then we got Evan says, Aliens is a great watch. Alien is in my style of movie more, but nothing to complain about in the sequel. So, yeah, there you have it on that one. In terms of that. All right, Tony, free to ask you on this one. When it comes to Aliens, how much do you have in your collection?
Aliens. 6.
Okay. All right. There's 6 of them? Wow.
Yeah. I should have pulled everything.
Oh, no. I don't want you to go through that. And then you have like 80 movies.
No,
Like,
I know where you don't know.
so
I know where everything is,
Oh.
so it's not a chore.
Oh, no. I feel bad. Like, for myself, is like, that's why I don't do much battle, because I hate pulling stuff out, and I got to put the shit back in. So imagine you pulling like 6 of this, 6 of that, and then you go like this, and then got to go back. No, that's okay. I told you, so 6 of it. All right. That's cool. Scott, what you got? What do you got with the Aliens?
The Aliens.
Yeah.
I just have the regular James Cameron 4K, and then I got the one that came in the 6-pack. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely rewatchable just as much as you almost have to. As soon as you're done with Alien, you pop in Aliens and have a good day.
All right. So one person said, if you can, I don't want you to do it, but it's up to you, Tony, to show off your favorite one of the 6.
Huh. Favorite one of the 6?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's gonna be like, it's easy. He's gonna go right through it. But anyway, while we go in there, and look, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button if you have not liked this live stream. Again, we're gonna be going through the entire thing, and then at the end, we're gonna be ranking them, and then of course, you guys could start ranking them once I say rank. Put your rankings there, and I will read them live once we're done with our stuff. But again, we're gonna be ranking this stuff live. So here we go. Tony is bringing his stuff. What you got, Tony?
Yeah. So as far as all the films, this right here was a big deal back when it came out.
Yes.
The
I have that
Alien
one, yeah.
Anthology. I have one that's open, and I have one I keep sealed. It's a hard box. It's got all the films. This is the first time we were able to get everything in one nice packaging.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a booklet, so just a really nice set. And then what they did about the 2 Alien and Aliens film is they did these really nice box sets for these that are in cost. Great looking artwork on these. They did great with the Alien Steelbook, Alien 4K release. Looked great. Aliens with the James Cameron that came out last year. There's an amazing slipcover on that one. I like that. And then I've got individual slipcover editions for Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection that they did. I like those. And then we got the really nice steelbook for Alien that I like. The green, it looks amazing. It's right here beside me.
Oh, there we go. It's like a library. He slides his. Oh yeah, that's a great one. Yeah, that's a great one. That's a good one.
Now, one thing I wish I had as a collector is the egg with the alien wrapped around it. I never was able to get that one.
Yeah, those would be hard to get, especially now with the new movie. It'll jack up in price. People are gonna go nuts for it. So there you guys have it. You guys requested it. Tony showed it off. But we're gonna continue moving on here. We're gonna go up to the third one, which is David Fincher's first film, which is Aliens 3. So they gave him $50 million to make this movie worldwide at $159. Again, guys, put your comments down below what you thought about Aliens 3. But again, Tony, take it away. What did you think of this movie?
So I've always watched Alien and Aliens. I've never seen any of the other Alien films up until this live stream was going to happen. Okay. So I watched Alien 3 for the first time last week, or the first day of the month, and which was last week. It's very forgettable. It wasn't, I don't know, it was kind of interesting to see what they were doing. It was nice to see similar characters. It's nice to see Sigourney Weaver, but the movie was really, I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the original 2. And so I was a little bit let down, and I can see that it's not my favorite of the franchise because of that. But story-wise, it was okay.
Okay. All right, Scott. What you guys? So wait, before you go, Scott, you guys saw the assemble cut or the regular theatrical cut?
Whatever the special edition was on
special edition.
Okay. All right, cool. Scott, take it away.
As far as Alien 3 went, when I started watching it, I was like, what's going on here? Like when they first crash land, I was like, is this guy a Jedi walking towards them with his robes and stuff like that? And then it was kind of like it didn't feel like an Alien movie really, because the Alien was really horrible early 90s CGI, and it really took me out of the movie. And I thought it also just like kind of slaps aliens in the face, because they just rewrite everything, and then they're just like, oh yeah, Newt died, the one that you know had an extra like 20-minute scene at the end of Aliens defending, yeah, she's dead. And then so is everybody else. You're here in this prison. It's just, I didn't like the movie. It didn't feel like an Alien movie to me. And yeah, it was definitely not up there in the franchise for me as far as that goes.
Yeah, when it comes to this film, I kind of enjoyed it. It's weird to say, but I didn't think it was as bad as everyone made it to be. And I do understand that the studios interfered, because David Fincher talked about it a lot. They did all this stuff to him, and I totally understand it. But honestly, I didn't think it was like the worst movie I ever freaking seen in the Aliens franchise. I don't think it's that bad. I thought it was okay for what it was. But yeah, I liked it. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, it was a head scratcher, because I hate movies that show you scenes that are major during the credits of people's names. Like you see the face hugger movie, and they'll say Sigourney Weaver, and then you see it jump on the stupid capsule, and then it's like whatever chance, and I'm like, oh god, here we go. Then it busts through, then all of a sudden it's like Wilfredo the whatever, and I'm like, oh come on. And then when the movie starts, you know the egg is inside of her, and Newt is dead, and the other guy is dead, and I was just like, this damn thing is stupid. But I enjoyed it for what it was. The ending was kind of I didn't care much for the ending. She threw herself in the pit of lava like Terminator. I was like, okay. I'm like, cool. But I don't know. It's a weird movie to try to defend. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I thought it was okay. David Fincher is still a hella director, all the stuff that he did. But
everything after that.
I think if they give him a chance to do an Aliens movie proper and let him do his creative stuff, I think he would have did a really good job with the Alien franchise.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see. Aliens 3. What people are saying here. Evan says Aliens 3 director's cut is great. I think it's a great send-off for Ripley. The theatrical cut is awful. Mika says, wasn't the best, but it's not a bad movie. Definitely doesn't deserve the hate it gets. Nate says, on behalf of Tony Movie Chappie, this is his number one. As for me, I don't hate this movie. It's not great, but it has some elements I like. See, there you go. Robert Mexica says, look, I like the POV shots of the alien. It was okay. Not the best for Aliens 3. Jimmy says Aliens is straight butt cheeks. Aliens 3 was whack, and the ending was trash. So there you go. I mean, you got hates. I mean, you got people that hate it, love it. So it's all over the place in this one. All right, Tony. Now, you never seen this movie before, besides when we asked you to come on to the show. But do you have multiple copies of Aliens 3, or just the big one in one pot?
I have the box, it's in the box set, and then I've got the individual slipcover edition.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Would you ever see this movie again? Or
yeah, I would definitely see this one again. No rush to see it again, though.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Scott, what do you think of this one? Would you watch it again or not?
It would only strictly be a part of like an Alien watch series. It's another one that I'm not going to pull off the shelf and be like, let's watch this one alone.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. So let's go on to the next one, because I know a lot of people might have different opinions on this one. So we got Alien Resurrection. Came in at $75 million budget. They went, wow, we're going to give this guy more money to see if they're going to waste. Came in at $161 million. And it's crazy. It made the money back, if you really think about it. They did money back. So it's crazy that it's another successful movie in the franchise. But Tony, take it away. What did you think of this movie?
I wasn't a big fan of this movie. The whole cloning of Ripley, I don't know. It's hard. It's really kind of hard to understand what was going on.
Okay.
But after we saw her sacrifice herself at the end of Alien 3, and then to see her come back, I'm thinking, okay, what's going on here? And then as the story unfolds, we learn that she's a clone. and they're just trying to do more clones. I don't know. I just never really could get into it. It was a very strange movie.
All right. There you go. Strange movie from Tony. What you got, Scott? Do you think it's strange? Or you thought it was
I think
trash?
it's weird.
Okay.
It's a
What you
weird
got?
movie. I didn't like, I mean, yeah, because we saw Sigourney Weaver's character, Ripley kill herself at the end of 3, and then they took way too long to explain, oh, we just made her into a clone and she's back so that we could, have her be the mother of the baby. Also, Sigourney Weaver's character, I mean, Ripley, the clone Ripley, is super weird. Like, why is she like, I don't know, because she's like half alien or whatever. So she's like on the ground sniffing things, and like she's talking to what is it, Ron Perlman. She's like, "Who I got to screw to get off of this planet," or something like that. I'm like, what is going on? I was like, this is so weird. This is not the Ripley that we saw in any of the other movies. It was, I don't know, it left a weird taste in my mouth as far as the Alien franchise.
Oh, all right. Yeah, when it came to this movie, I was like, this is a piece of crap. Like I'm literally trying to defend, like find elements that are going, wow, this could work. Can this work? And I was like, it does not work. Because I agree with Tony. She sacrificed herself. Why? Because she had an alien queen in her stomach. And I said, okay, great. But they decided to, first of all, they found DNA in ice. And then they did all this mathematical equations to bring her to, and I was
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, like Jurassic Parked her. So I was like, this is so stupid. But then at the end of everything, I'm like, okay, did this work? Can it be possible? Certain elements of this movie I thought was pretty cool, but it felt like a low budget sci-fi movie event of the night. Some type of whatever. You understand what I mean? It was like, it felt low budget for a $50 million movie. Just felt off. I was just like, man. And she plays basketball, which is a horrible scene. Yeah. I do understand the whole her sniffing because she has the scent. She is part alien, so I guess she could feel them and all. It's just stuff. And then Winona Ryder, she's a synthetic. Yeah, that hates her, and I'm like, lady, you're a synthetic, bro. Like, what's the hate coming from you? Like, what did she do to you? Like, I didn't understand the hate from her. Like, they never explain that throughout the movie. Like, why she hates Ripley so much. She's an assassin that went there to kill her. And I was just like, oh, this is so stupid. At the end of the day, it was
alien looks like Pumpkinhead.
Yeah, it's so dumb. So now the clone survived. So, like, how would that go on a newer movie? Like, to me, it just did not work. But let's see what people are saying here. Evan says Alien 4 is trash. It doesn't exist. Lobby agrees. Nate says is easily my least favorite. There is nothing in it that I like besides the cast, and it has a basketball scene and in it, so it's an automatic 0 out of 10. Let's see. Evan says Alex likes the basketball scene. No, I don't. Rob says it doesn't. It didn't feel like an alien movie. Weird. Laughing. Mika says it's not our favorite in the franchise, but again, we don't hate it. Yeah, so you have, I mean, you could enjoy it for what it was. Like I said, you could enjoy the movie what it was. I just did not, it feels like when you watch these movies, I felt like the quality just kept getting cheaper and cheaper. While the money was going up on the budget, because I showed you guys, the money was going up on the budget, but it just looked more cheaper than the last movie. And then the last movie looked cheaper than the Aliens. It's just weird in terms of that. But one thing you do see, if I put up the numbers again, one thing you will see is that the movie is successful because look how much it gross. So it tells you that Alien is a property that could generate tons of money if you do a proper movie. Look at Prometheus. So would if Alvarez, the director that did Romulus, decides to do a sequel, which I hope they greenlight it, it could easily double what Romulus made if it's a successful film. That's all I'm saying. In terms of that property. So, but the entire whole Aliens franchise is successful at the end of the day. There's no money lost at all. Where maybe one day we'll do the Predator franchise here live, but I know there's a lot of those movies that bombed. So that's crazy to say that's nuts. But Aliens so far, I'm happy. And with that said, okay. With that said, let's get into some rankings. All right, we're gonna bring up the rankings list. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're all done with those.
Huh? Yeah, we're all done
I
with
said,
the
oh,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, we're all done. So I'm gonna show you guys everything here. Now, this is not our list here. All right, I'm just showing that we're gonna be doing it live. So everything is from 1 through 9. If you see Alex, Scott, and Tony, those are gonna be live. Nate's is already pre-put in. So I am going to be doing it live while they're talking about their movie. And again, I'm like an octopus tonight because I'm moving around and hitting buttons and switches so you guys can get everything on the live. So bear with me when I'm doing Tony's and Scott and myself where it ranks. So with that said, Tony, you are the guest. You go first. You're number 9 on the Alien. Oh, and you guys please do it too. You put your list down so I can read it for everyone. But Tony, you go first. What is your number 9 in the entire franchise? Which one you hate or the worst?
Alien versus Predator Requiem
Alien versus
would be my
okay.
number 9.
All right. Tell people why. If they missed out on Tony talking about the film, tell them why you don't like that one.
It was my least favorite because to me it just didn't feel like an Alien movie. It felt more like a Predator movie. So in this franchise, I would put that at number 9.
Okay. All right. Scott, you're next. What is your number 9?
My number 9, I have to go with Tony on this one. It's AVP Requiem.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's so dark. You can't see anything. You get cool elements of them fighting. Whenever they fight, it's really cool. But I hate the stupid story with the teenage kid and the girl. We don't need any of that in the movie. It was I didn't like that. I couldn't wait for that one to end more than any of the other ones.
All right. Well, we're trifecta today because you know what? Alien Rectum. Alien Rectum. No, Alien Requiem. I hated this movie. It's too dark. I did not like the story, and it did not work for me. So with that said, Tony, you're next. What is your number 8 on the list?
Number 8 would be Alien versus Predator. To me, it was, I don't know. I think the idea of Alien versus Predator is a good idea, but I don't think it was executed very well. And to me, it just wasn't a good movie.
Oh, all right. Wow, this guy is just straight. He's hitting it hard. He already got his list. All right, what do you got, Scott? What is your number 8?
My number 8 is going to be Alien Resurrection.
Oh,
yeah.
I gotta go hunting for that. All right, go ahead.
I don't like it. Like I said, Sigourney Weaver's weird. She's sniffing things. She's asking people to screw to get off the planet. She's playing basketball. It's just, yeah, I don't like it at all.
Oh man. So for me, it's weird because there's a toss up here. I don't know which way to go that I hate more than the other on this one, but. I'm gonna go with this one because I do agree. I hated this one. At the end of the movie, I wanted to just break the disc, and that is Alien Resurrection. I did not like this movie at all. This movie is really garbaggio. That's Italian for garbage. People out there, that is not a good movie. But again, it has some tropes and stuff I did enjoy. But at the end of the day, I'm never watching this again. Okay, Tony, you're number 7.
Number 7 would be Alien Resurrection. I did not hate the film, but it was my least favorite of the Alien films as far as strictly Alien. And it had some good aspects to it, but it's one that I will not revisit too often.
Okay. Wow, you have the list on you in front? Because, man, you quick. Love it. Yes. He's mad quick. All right, Scott, what you got? What is your number 7?
My number 7 is Alien 3.
Oh, Alien 3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
I was not a fan. It was a huge letdown. You get, I watched them in release order, and Alex was like, you gotta watch them in storyline order. I'm like, I don't know what the hell that is. So I watched them in release order. I was like, there's a story to this thing. So I watched it in release order, and I was like, you get off of Alien and Aliens, and you get to Alien 3, and you're like, what the hell is this? This is not. And then you get the huge letdown because it's early 90s CGI, and you just went from, Alien and Aliens with people in suits, and it looks super good. And then you get it looks like a skinny wounded dog running across the screen in the thing. It was weird. Yeah.
Okay. Well, mine's number 7. I think this movie's a piece of crap, and it's Alien Covenant. I can't take this movie. I don't know why the humans are stupider in this one than Prometheus, but they're dumb. For a colonist group, they're horrible. I didn't want to be those people in those damn eggs or whatever. If I came out, I'd be like, you people are dumb. But yeah, I don't like Aliens Covenant, and I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, Tony, you're number 6.
My number 6 is Alien 3. To me, it was a bit of a letdown. After it being a first time watch, I was really expecting more from it, coming after Aliens, and yeah, so that would be my number 6.
All right, there you go, Scott. Well, you're number 6.
My number 6 would be the first Alien versus Predator.
Okay.
Because it definitely falls. I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree with everything that Tony said about it. It wasn't executed well, but as far as if I had to pick between all of these, I'd say it's number 6 because I do like the expedition aspect of it. When they actually get to fight, it's cool. When the Predator picks up the alien by the tail and swings it around, it's really cool. It's a watchable crap for me that doesn't make it to the bottom. It's more in the middle for me.
All right. Well, I see eye to eye with you, my friend, because I think Alien versus Predator, I enjoy the unrated cut. I think the first 40 minutes of the movie, I was digging it. I thought, man, this thing is pretty good. And then it just went right to the toilet bowl because, man, I don't understand the whole human-predator relationship when they're all battling and all that. Didn't work for me as much. But at the end of everything, it's watchable crap. So it's my number 6 as watchable crap. All right, Tony, you're number 5.
Well, number 5 is Alien Covenant. I think the reason why for this one, it had some potential, but for these people to be in these situations, it was ridiculous. It didn't really make sense. And yeah, so that would be my number 5.
All right. All right, guess Scott, what you got? What's your number 5?
My number 5, I'm agreeing with Tony on this one. It's Alien Covenant. It's mid-tier for me as far as the franchise goes. I like some stuff about it. It really was cool at the end when it picked up and you got some actual alien action. But other than that, the middle story's boring. Danny McBride isn't funny. So yeah, it's mid-tier.
All right. Well, my number 3 is gonna be a shock to people. Really? I mean, my number 5. Sorry, my number 5 is gonna be shock. I said number 3. I'm sorry. Everyone's like, wait, what the hell? My number 5 is gonna shock people, but it's Aliens 3. I like Aliens 3. I think it's a pretty decent sequel, and I will watch that way more than Alien, Predator, Covenant, and all the other crap that came before. So, and that's just me. I enjoyed it for what it was, and I thought there was elements there that I enjoyed it. I thought it would work, and the prison thing worked for me. I thought it was pretty cool to have an alien running around a prison. So I thought it was cool. So anyway, Tony, take it away. You're number 4.
Number 4 would be Prometheus. I thought it was a good concept. I thought for an alien film, they did a good job, but it still wasn't the best. But at number 4, I think that's a pretty good ranking for it.
All right, Scott, what you got? You're number 4.
Me and Tony are neck and neck on this one. It's Prometheus for me. Like I said, it's on the higher end of the mid tier of the Alien movies. It's fresh, it's new. So yeah, it's my number 4.
I gotta say, this is the second time on this list that we all agree that Prometheus is number 4. Actually, with Nate. So it's 4 of us. We all agree Prometheus is number 4 on our list. Interesting. Very interesting. That's that's what I like about talking about films with people. Because you really don't know people's taste. And I love doing this stuff live because you find out people's taste. And look at this. We all agree number 4 is Prometheus. Awesome. Loved it. Yeah, I agree with what everyone said. I love the story of the new life that these aliens did, and engineers did all this experiments. You have the engineer military group, then you had the laboratory nerds. So many stuff. So much deep mythology in there. Liked it. Thought it was great. All right, Tony, what you got for number 3? Top 3 now. We're hitting the top 3. So
top 3. Number 3 would be Alien Romulus. I thought it was a great addition to the Alien franchise. I think it's probably going to reliven it compared to some of the older Alien sequels. So I hope we see more from this director and from these characters.
All right. Awesome. All right. So let's see if we all end up with the same list. I don't know. It's going to be different here. All right, Scott. What is your number 3?
My number 3 is going to be Romulus.
Oh,
It's
wow.
it's
Okay.
it's a higher up there entry. It's really, I mean, to be honest, after watching this whole franchise, I was like, whoo, this is what this franchise needed, is a good fresh something new, something fresh, well directed, well shot movie that, put people in the seats. And I think that was Romulus.
All right. So this is going to come. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate. And I love hate. I love playing the heel in wrestling term here. I love it. I love the hate. You can boo me all you want because I love it. You know what? Alien is my number 3. I think it's boring, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Like I said, in film history, I thought it was great or whatever, but I don't gravitate to this one a lot. So with that said, I put it as my number 3. All right. So look, this is the top 2 here. They could flippity floppity doodah. So we don't know where we're gonna go with you two. All right. But Nate's has Alien and Aliens as number 1 and 2. So for those of you out there, again, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button if you enjoy what you're watching, because there's pretty more. Throughout the end of the year, we ranked everything. We're gonna be doing a lot of franchise rankings live. So with that said, Tony, what is your number 2 on the franchise for Aliens?
Yep, my number 2 would be Aliens. It was probably one of the best sequels. Great story, great characters. Yeah, that's my number 2.
All right. Scott, what is your number 2?
Well, shocker, it's Aliens.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can't. I mean, it's really, really good, and it is. I mean, if you ask anybody that's a fan of Alien and Aliens, which is your favorite, I mean, your brain's gonna explode trying to pick the between the two of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got to be Aliens.
All right. Well, my number 2 is going to be Alien Romulus. I like this one better than Alien. And it's okay, because this was marketed for a newer, a little rebooty for the newer generation, so they could like a newer filmmaker, stuff like that. And I liked it. I sucked it up. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed it more than Alien. It had more there. Now, I do enjoy the human element story in Alien more than the Romulus, because I was like, these dudes are just, I didn't care for it much. They scavengers and they're looking for pieces. And I was like, who cares? But once they started to deep freeze to defrost the face huggers, shit hit the fan, and I loved it. So anyway, okay, we already know what number 1 is. But Tony, I'm gonna let you say it because it feels good to say it. What is your number 1?
So my number 1 is Alien. It's the one that started it all. Slow paced, I understand, but still, as world building as it was, it's one of my favorites. So that's my number 1.
All right, there we go. Scott, what is your number 1?
Predator. No, I'm just kidding. It's obviously it's Alien. You cannot have Aliens without Alien. It is sacrilege. You watch Alien, you gotta watch Aliens. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
All right. Well, my number 1 is Aliens, because you just add the S at the end of Alien because Aliens. I mean, the marketing wasn't that hard for Aliens. All they did was just throw the S at the end and say, whoa, that could make a sequel. So imagine if you put an S at the end of every movie, it'll be a sequel. So you could put Bad Boys at the end. Loved it.
Predators. It
There
didn't
you
go so well, did it?
That would work.
Yeah,
See?
that's true.
Yeah. So, all right. So, guys, there you have it. This is our rankings of the entire Aliens franchise from me to Nate, Scott, and our special guest, Tony. Again, thank you so much for joining us and watching the movies. Now, so Nate is going to be sending out, invitations to a lot of content creators out there, and we asked them would they like to watch the movies before they join live, so you guys could get it fresh in your mind, so you guys talk about it. And I'm really grateful that you took time to watch 9 movies to hang out with us on this Sunday evening live to talk about whether your favorites or the ones you don't like and stuff like that, and first time watches. So again, I am very grateful that you came down and you did this again. Thank you so much from me and Nate, because Nate is not here live, so I'm talking for him. But again, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yep. And Scott, I'm not gonna say nice things to you because we always talk. And no, again, thank you so much for filling in for Nate. You did a great job today. Okay,
Thank you.
You did a great job filling in for Nate. It's hard to do. It's hard to do. No, you did a great job, to be really honest with you. All right, guys, let me know in your comments down below. I'm gonna read some stuff here. All right, here we go. Evan says his number 9 is Alien Resurrection. Number 8 is Requiem, Alien vs. Predator. Number 7, Alien vs. Predator. Number 6 is the Alien Covenant, I believe. Number 4 is, he didn't put 5. I haven't seen a newer one. Oh, he didn't see Romulus. All right, so his number 4 is Aliens. Number 3 is Alien 3. Oh, Alien 3 is number 4. Aliens is number 3. Number 2 is Prometheus, and number 1 is Alien. So he agrees Alien is the best one out of there. Robert makes the cut. Says his number 9 is Requiem. Number 8 is Aliens 3. Number 7 is Resurrection. Number 6 is Alien versus Predator. Number 5 is Covenant. Number 4 is Prometheus. Number 3 is Romulus. And number 2 is Aliens. Number 1 is Alien. John Doe Gigolo says, I only ever seen Alien 1 and Prometheus. And that's okay. Not many people seen all the other 8 movies. There's 7 movies left. Then we got Mika says her number 2 is Aliens. And her number 1 is Alien. Awesome. She didn't rank the other ones, but it's okay. I don't know if she did before, but all right. Lobby Death says you need 2 aliens to make Alien. Aliens is my number 1. Okay, there you go. And Harlem Coffee Ralph says Aliens. There you go. So, and Stephanie, hi Stephanie, she says her number 1 is Alien. There you have it. So, again, thank you so much for everyone joining in and saying their rankings and joining us on the fun. Now, I'm going to leave you guys with our next franchise, because we have another franchise we're going to be doing in 2 weeks for the enjoyment. If you guys enjoy this, again, if you're new, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Again, we're going to be doing more franchises. We have them all locked in for the end of the year, but you're going to have new faces in the special special guest seats. They're going to be joining in on the fun too. We're going to have a lot of new faces and stuff. So with that said, our new franchise, I don't know how to say this because I'm not a fan of it and I haven't seen it since I was a kid. So people are going to be like, really? And I'm going to say, yes. So with that said, the next franchise in 2 weeks, me and Nate are going to be sitting down here with a special guest. It's going to be Karate Kid franchise. We're going to be doing the Karate Kid franchise. We're going to be doing 1 through 5, I believe it is. There's 5 movies. I believe there's like 5 Karate Kid movies. But whatever it is, me and Nate are going to sit down. We're going to watch them. I'm going to make a little list of all the damn which way we're going to think it's going to go. And there's 4. Okay, so there's 4 Karate Kid movies. Even better. But yes, so we're going to be doing Karate Kid. And then we're going to, after Karate Kid, we're going to reveal the new, oh yeah, there is 5. Then after that, we're going to reveal the next ones for November. And then October, I think is going to be the best one. Everyone's going to go crazy for it. I'm going to go crazy for it. But yeah, so Karate Kid. And now, oh man, this is too funny. I just can't wait. I'm going to see Karate Kid. I haven't seen this damn thing since a kid. This is nuts. I'm interested to see it. I hated it as a kid, so I can't wait to see how this works. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah, you haven't seen these, Tony? Have you? You're a big fan of the Karate Kid?
Oh yeah, I grew up watching the Karate Kid, so I'm a big fan.
Oh, okay, Scott. How about you? Have you seen any of the Karate Kids?
I got that 4K set of them. I watched them and I was like, like
I think it's nostalgia.
Yeah, because I mean I like the first one. The other 2 I was not really sure about. I was kind of zoning out, and then I remember there's one with the girl, and then I've never seen the one with Will Smith's son.
I never seen that one either. Actually, I didn't see it after past 1. So 2, 3, 4, and then 5. The remake, the ones that we're gonna watch for the first time. So those are gonna be fun. There you go. Yeah, we don't have a guest for the Karate Kid. So if you want to be part of the Karate Kid show, all you have to do is hit up Netflix reviews on Netflix. Netflix reviews on Instagram, and he'll send you all the details on that one. But other than that, Tony, thank you so much for coming in here today. If you want to let everyone know where they can find you. Again, everything that he says is on the link in the description. I put all the stuff in the description. So with that said, Tony, take it away. Let everyone know where you can find you.
Thank you for letting me be a part of this. I enjoyed it. You can find me Basement Blues on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and on Twitter. I do put out a video every single day. I'll be celebrating my 12th year on YouTube on the 11th of September. So I'm trying to think of something special to do for that. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had a good time. Thank you.
All right. Oh, I hit the wrong button on the damn button. I was over here excited. I'm over here too excited, hitting wrong buttons all over the place. See live. So stuff like this always happen live. All right, Scott, what you have to say to the people? Let them know.
Thanks for having me on here. You can find me on Instagram at Joker_movies if you want to see the crap I buy and the movies I watch. So yeah.
All right, there you have it. Again, everything Geeks and Flicks related. We don't have an Instagram page, but you guys could talk to us independently. You could talk to Nate on Nate Flicks Reviews on Instagram. You can talk to me as Ultra HD Geek on Instagram. I'm not much on Instagram, but I post here and there when I'm promoting stuff. But you can talk to me there. I'm okay. I won't bite people. But yes, Ultra HD Geek on Instagram, Nate Flicks Reviews. New stuff coming out this week. I think I'm dropping the 4K review of Delta Force. I finally finished putting that damn thing together. There's going to be out of the theater review Friday on the channel, and an unboxing. I'm going to continue doing the unboxings for my Batman Collector's Edition stuff, and that's going to be Batman and Robin. I'm going to do that one this week also. So you have a lot of content coming out. And again, 2 weeks we will be live with the Karate Kid franchise ranking. And again, I would like to thank everyone that is supporting the channel. We're putting out more videos, and a lot of people are enjoying it. They're subscribing, and we're getting more subscribers. So again, thank you so much with that. But other than that, again, from my partner Nate, who's not here tonight, thank you so much for everyone supporting the channel. Again, thank you guys for joining in tonight. Again, I keep saying it. Thank you so much. Very grateful for your time. Till then, be awesome to each other and geek out.